Hey Assel, how are you today? Welcome to our next podcast.
Hi, Jen, thank you.
The topic today is a case study, actually. We're going to talk about one of our Canadian clients, a marketing company, boutique marketing company that helped large pharmaceutical. So we recently completed over 2 years with this company and got some great feedback. So it'd be good to talk about that. Okay, so to give a bit of a background to this company, Spark, we met them via cold outreach, had a call with the founder. She was exclusively relying on her network for new business. She worked with large pharmaceutical brands and was very skilled at speaking to the particular struggles that pharmaceutical companies have around what a regulation or what can and can't be said, particularly related to health regulations. Yeah, so Alyssa and the team at Spark were very experienced at how pharmaceutical companies are constrained by regulation, particularly in Canada. And they weren't just any old marketing company that's reaching out to pharmaceutical and saying they can help them, but they really were leading with their specialty and had a good edge. So when we started working with Spark, the goals were quite big, really large pharmaceutical firms, and the ability to break out of her network. So do you mind telling a little bit about what you did with Spark, particularly at the beginning?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we provided them A to Z solution from the outreach to the initial contact to the handing over the leads over the meeting stage. And we ran and designed multiple different outbound campaigns targeting different audiences. And one of the biggest challenge that we are facing for Spark was to target in order to break into such large corporates, we had to make sure that our targeting is really good. So we segmented the audience into two categories: key decision makers and key uh, executives in the marketing department, like marketing head, marketing directors, VP of marketing, such large pharmaceuticals, and then we had to uh, come up with different scripts for both the targeting accordingly. This is the first thing that we do, and the second challenge that we ran into was if they are looking to if they are looking to launch their new products or just to make public awareness, they need social media marketing, and for that, especially in USA and Canada, they have to follow certain regulations that Spark team was well equipped with. They knew how to do it efficiently. So in our messaging, the first challenge that we faced, the first version of our outreach was that we were reaching out to them and we were just putting our case studies and how Spark help pharma brands on social media. But it didn't really work with us because as we are targeting large corporates, it didn't really resonated with them. So we had to kind of changed our messaging a bit, and then we went with the slightly direct approach where we were just going after the large corporates, and we were just telling them, because in pharma and healthcare field you have to follow certain regulations. We can help you with that, and we have done uh, XYZ stuff in past, and we can really help you out. Unfortunately, it didn't work for us either. We were getting the engagements, but it was really slow. And then we worked on another script version where we just went after the same targeting, and we, instead of telling them more about ourselves or telling more about our past clients, we actually started pitching them free social media audit with their current digital and social media presence, and giving them a short marketing analysis, through which we saw a huge spike in overall conversion, and from there it just kind of picked up for us.
Yeah. So on my recent call with Alyssa, she said, for anyone considering working with you, you don't get results really quickly, but you do get results. So that was something she definitely fed back, which agrees with what you've said of like trying a few things, testing out before you get engagement. And what we understand from Elissa now is within the first year, there was an 8 to 10x ROI on any investment with us regarding business close, which then turned into repeat business. And she mentioned within the second year, more deals have been closed, which have the potential to, resell and upsell and cross sell into bigger and bigger. So already an 8 to 10x ROI is right, in the sweet spot for us, if not better than we would hope, with the opportunity for cascading ongoing results.
And I would like to add one more thing, Jen. The reason why we struggled at the start, mainly because, as you said at the beginning of our podcast, that they were really reliant on their network and the referrals. They never did any outbound. So we had no blueprint on how this service can work. So we had to, go through different A/B testing just to figure out what kind of messaging will resonate. And the second challenge, personally, that I felt was doing cold outreach to the massive corporates. Most of our clientele and the people that we work with generally like to break into small to medium sized businesses. So it's really different than working with large corporates. So it took us a while, but like you said, if they did uh, 8 to 10x ROI in the first year, so it didn't took us very long. Like because we generally take client calls after every 2 weeks just to see the progress, and we are really agile with that, and we just try to reiterate our message positioning or the data set or whatever. So it took us about 2.5 months to get to the third version of the script, and from there it just picked up. So it was a definitely, but again, the reason being because we had no blueprint at all.
And it definitely goes to show why committing to the process is valuable, because you don't want to try it for 2 months and then give up, right? Because, it's not working. So it's in the third month, sometimes it starts to work. And also these deals can take a while to close, but once they close, they can become repeat clients that pay, huge amount over time. So it's really about building relationships, testing your outreach message, getting to know the right people. And the more we do this, the more we see it working, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Even in big industries like pharmaceutical, which can feel, so hard to break into, but we've seen it working. Yeah. Great.
So overall,
Okay.
just an ending point. Overall, I think is the same process and the lessons that we always discuss. We basically implemented for Spark, and it just picked up and it worked for us. So, like you said, committing to the process is the key to success.
Committing to the process, testing, persistence, follow up, adding value, connect with the right people, say the right thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks for your time. See you in the next podcast.
Okay. Thank you, Jen.